event should never have occurred if it weren't for her famous parents, Kim and Kanye. Thanks to their influence, North landed the role, but the reception was far from positive.
What kind of strings they're pulling and who they're pulling them with, but this must have cost a pretty penny to do. This is one of the most obvious displays of nepotism that I've seen in a really long time, and it's also one of the most disgusting displays of the entitlement of the whole Kardashian.
Right now, the Kardashians aren't exactly winning any popularity contests, especially with the way they keep pushing their storylines on us.
I said, I'm not allowing my daughter to be used by TikTok, to be used by Disney. I have a say-so.
As someone that performed and toured for years on Broadway, here's the thing about North West performing at the Hollywood Bowl that I have not heard anybody talk about. Because obviously nepotism and celebrity casting is annoying, but it's not new, right? So it's not about how poorly you think she did, because honestly, that is 100% on casting. And it's also not about the fact that she's a child. I don't think some of you guys realize how talented some musical theater children are. What's really telling, whether it be on the part of producers or her parents, was the insistence on wearing a different costume. Because then you are not respecting the integrity of the vision that you so badly wanted to be a part of that you paid money to do it. And my point is, I would think that Kanye West, of all people, would understand about the integrity and consistency of vision.
It was clear she hadn't rehearsed enough, and her singing was off pitch. The real problem, however, lies with her parents and the shady deal they struck with their production company and Disney.
As a music teacher and someone who's been involved in the production, education, and audition side of children's musical theater, I have some opinions about Kim Kardashian's kid performing Simba at the Hollywood Bowl. Before I say anything else, I want to be clear, I do not blame North West. This child had nothing to do with this decision, and she may have been dragged through this process all the way through. We all know that this is her parents' fault, and it is the casting director's fault. Nepo babies and stunt casting is nothing new in the entertainment industry, but I think as far as musical theater goes, especially for children, we're talking about a different animal. Certain things need to be held to a higher standard for a few reasons. Her parents and that casting director threw her to the wolves without any training at all, and they knew that. They knew that this child had no vocal training, no stage training, no musical theater training, and they made the decision to put her on stage anyway. As far as the casting director goes, I have to say, how dare they make this decision, whether it was a stunt cast or not. That decision affected every other singer in that performance.
I've never seen a king of peace with quite so little hair. It's Beyonce's kid.
We're in an era where people are fed up with nepotism, where connections overshadow genuine talent, and the Kardashians are a prime example of this issue. Recently, North West has faced backlash for being cast as the lead performer in The Lion King. It's clear that there were likely more talented individuals who could have delivered a better performance in both singing and acting. Yet, North landed the role because of her famous parents. It's important to note that the blame shouldn't fall on North West herself. She's just a child who doesn't know any better. The real issue lies within the system that allows such occurrences. Kim and Kanye are the ones at fault here, perhaps realizing too late that North might not have been ready for such a prominent role. This situation raises the question of why she wasn't given a smaller, more appropriate start, like performing in a local theater, before taking on the Hollywood Bowl stage.
North West makes a big roar as the 10-year-old shines bright during her Hollywood Bowl debut, performing I Just Can't Wait to Be King at the Lion King 30th Anniversary Concert Special.
Kanye attended the concert to support his daughter, joined by Kris Jenner, Kourtney Kardashian, and her husband Travis Barker. It was a true family affair, with everyone in attendance eagerly looking around to see the entire family standing up, recording, and sharing a proud moment together.
Everybody was there in attendance. Kanye West was there, having a proud daddy moment. Kris Jenner was also in attendance. You're doing great, sweetie. And then Kourtney Kardashian as well was there. Also, Travis Barker was there. Even Khloe Kardashian was there. So all three of the Kardashian OG sisters were there to support Northie.
According to a source, Kanye recorded the entire performance and gave North a standing ovation. The source mentioned that North was absolutely adorable, and showed potential to be a good singer in the future. Proud mom Kim also shared some behind-the-scenes photos from the event on her Instagram stories.
Documented Northy's big night on her Instagram story, giving fans a behind-the-scenes look. The Proud Mama shared this snap showing the outside of North's dressing room, and this adorable shot of North doing Chicago's hair, captioning it, "Never too busy to do her sister's edges."
So North took on the song I Just Can't Wait to Be King at this event, but her performance received a lot of criticism. Many folks pointed to this as a prime example of nepotism. Now let's break down what nepotism really means, just in case you're not familiar with this weird term. Nepotism is basically when powerful people or those with influence show favoritism toward their relatives, friends, or associates by giving them opportunities or jobs. This issue is quite prevalent in Hollywood, where these connections often lead to certain roles being filled, like North landing the role of Simba. It makes you wonder where exactly the connection came from, right? Was it Kris Jenner pulling strings? Maybe Kim had a hand in it somehow. Either way, this situation has stirred up a lot of frustration among many who feel that North got the role simply because she's part of the Nepo baby club.
A little bad for Northwest, because this is the first time she's realizing she's not good. All the other times she's got on stage, which is mostly with her dad, she's gotten a standing ovation. This is the first time she didn't. And imagine her face when she went on her phone and saw that people weren't talking about how great she did. People were talking about how she didn't deserve that stage, which is 100% true. Not only didn't she deserve that stage because she's a Nepo baby, she just simply didn't do good. There were plenty of talented and qualified kids auditioning for this show, but Northwest got it because her parents probably paid somebody off or just had connections in general.
It really bugs me how it seems like North is just sort of strolling across the stage without much effort. It's like there's no real dancing or anything, just a bit of side-to-side movement. I wonder how North feels about all the reactions she's getting online. I mean, people aren't exactly loving it, and it'll be interesting to see how she takes it. Maybe she'll be like, "Oh no, people think I'm just getting this because I'm a Nepo baby. I don't want that kind of reputation." On the other hand, maybe she's learned from her mom and couldn't care less about what people say. I saw someone say that North might have been great in a high school production of The Lion King, but for a big 30th anniversary concert, it's a bit embarrassing. The nepotism was obvious, and you could clearly see and hear the lack of rehearsal. Shame on the parents. It felt like this was more about them than about her. Casting North in this role really did a disservice to the integrity of The Lion King. There were so many talented kids out there who deserved that opportunity more than her. It's like they went with nepotism instead of actual talent, and that's just not fair. And let's talk about the lack of rehearsal. She seemed so lost on stage, probably because she didn't go through the same preparation as everyone else. When you have the lead underperforming like that, it reflects poorly on the entire production, even if her performance wasn't terrible, just not the best. People are posting videos of their own kids performing the same song, showing how talented they are at a young age. It's like they could have easily found someone more deserving of that role. Now that we're looking into how North got this role, there are rumors that her mom might have pulled some strings. It seems like the Kardashians' close ties to the producers played a big part, and North didn't even have to compete for the part. It was practically handed to her.
Well, it is nepotism, but it's a little more complicated than that. In every movie, every play, every domain of pop culture, somebody casts somebody who's not that good, or who's maybe as good as everybody else, but not extraordinary. I'm not dissing Northwest. Yeah. I didn't see the performance. We put rappers in movies for the last 30 years. We put all kinds of people in place. And the reason we do it is because people are famous, and famous people bring in tickets.
North's performance got slammed not just for her singing, but also for her outfit, which was a bit of a mess. Picture this, a sweatshirt with a furry hood and slippers on stage. It was like she missed the dress code memo. She definitely stood out, but not in a good way. The concert spokesperson spilled the beans that North's look wasn't curated by the event's costume designer. It was a DIY job from someone else. No wonder it clashed with the rest of the performers. Kim's been silent about the whole thing, just posting pics of North in that getup. It looked custom-made. It's like she brought her own wardrobe, and it didn't quite blend in with the vibe. I get it, wanting to look your best, but do you really need high-end designer gear for a casual performance? But Hey, I'm not blaming North for this. It's Kim's call at the end of the day.
I would just like to know why the costuming for Northwest literally looks like it was from a low-budget high school production of The Lion King. All the other actors around her look like this is Disney's 30th anniversary. She comes out wearing like a yellow sweatsuit and homemade hood.
I'm super intrigued to see how this situation unfolds. Like, what's North gonna do from here? She's getting to that age where she can handle criticism and maybe start making her own decisions, right? It's like she might not be down for everything her mom sets up for her. But hey, I'm open to hearing your thoughts. Leave a comment below. I'm really curious about what you all think of this.
Oh, I